quick play session at the home gym, trying to put some work in. And since this session actually took place last week, and I'm slowly, hopefully, trying to catch up with all of these, over the last week or so, I had a few more of these plyometric sessions, and I'm starting to think that I could do with more sets of each plyo exercise. What makes me think that is simply the fact that I don't feel like they are very taxing. Yes, they are very high intensity for low reps. I'm trying to push as hard as I can on each repetition and make each one count, but they don't really give me any sort of soreness or fatigue the next day. So I can definitely increase those, and what that is also going to give me is more exposure to these positions where I am trying to develop as much force as possible whilst also trying to keep my body in control in the air. So more exposure to that without too many repercussions in terms of recovery is a win-win situation, and I don't know why I had not done this before. Especially since I have been noticing that my jumping has not really progressed much, and I have been dealing with a few issues at the bottom of my right foot. There was a bit of tension / inflammation in my fascia, and that probably had some impact on that. But the fact that my piriformis is not really giving me any problems at all when I'm doing these jumping or plyometrics or any squats, anything exercise related, it's just day-to-day life annoyance. So I should be taking advantage of that because I am able to train without any hindrance in that regard. And apart from the kneeling jumps, which I feel I have nailed pretty well, there are a couple of more exercises that I'm doing, like the squat jumps here and the plyo jumps also, that could take a good bit of refinement, especially in the way that I'm controlling the landing and aiding my next rep, my next jump with my arm swing. There is a bit more coordination that I would like to develop in order to make the movement a bit smoother and more fluid. And if I am able to add more sets, then it's all the better. When it comes to the upper body part of the session in here, I was just doing some pullovers and some bodyweight push-ups. So it is not really something that is going to give me any soreness the next day either. And even if I am staying at lower sets for these upper body exercise, it is a plyometric session after all. I just feel like the times in between the exercises could be filled with something that is low impact and gives me some extra volume for the upper body. And it's always fun to crank a few push-ups while resting in between exercises. Those pullovers on the bozo ball, they were a bit tricky to set up at the beginning, but yeah, I guess that having a stable surface under my torso would be better. But since I'm not really taking them too seriously, they're just an instance where I'm able to get the shoulders to control the movement in as slow a manner as I can, and try to get some good stretch and hopefully some mobility as well. I do not really feel like I should be focusing too much on optimizing that exercise. And at the end here, I was just doing a couple of sets for the piriformis, just trying to pump some blood in the area and then also giving it a little bit of a stretch. I'm not really feeling like stretching is doing anything in terms of recovery, but it does give me a sensation of releasing that part if I'm not going too hard on that. Let's see how it goes. Ciao.